I have here a few side notes about the huruf of jar. So the first harf of jar, ba, this harf is with kasra. It's always with kasra. There is that's how you will always see it. So for instance, bil imani, with the faith. The second one, ta, is also with the fatha. Ba is with the kasra. B, ta is with the fatha, ta. And it is only used to swear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tallahi, we talked about that. The next one, kaf, this harf is also with the fatha. For instance, kamathli. So kaf with the fatha means as, like. So here is the next one. That's a little we want to talk about this one. Lam is a harf of jar. You can either see it with the kasra li, or you can see it with the fatha la. And we talked about it, but I just wanted it to make sure that we understand. This harf has two options. Normally you will see it with the kasra. For instance, this example you see here, li rasulillahi. Lam is the harf of jar. You see a kasra on it, li. That's regularly how it should be. The ism majroor is rasul. I see a kasra on it because lam, harf of jar, forced it to be in jar status. So li rasuli. Then after that I see lafzul jalala. What is the relationship between the word rasul and lafzul jalala? They are mudaf, mudaf ilay. So li rasuli is jar majroor, rasulillahi is mudaf, mudaf ilay. So what we are seeing here is a compound construction, meaning there's not just one murakkab, there are actually two murakkabat, and this happens a lot. So we need to start identifying the murakkabat. Whenever there is a murakkab, it's like you think of an invisible link between the words that are in the murakkab. You don't break those words, you keep them together. If one murakkab is connected to another murakkab because of a common word between the murakkabat, you link the next murakkab also. So it's like a chain. You keep making the chain until you can find a commonality between them. For instance, we talked about it, li rasuli, lam and rasul, they are connected. They are like together because they make a murakkab, jar majroor. But rasul and lafzul jalala also are making a murakkab, idafa. So they are also connected. So all three are connected. Li rasulillahi, for the messenger of Allah. Normally this harf of jar lam will be with the kasra, li rasuli. But if this harf of jar lam is followed by an attached pronoun, hu, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna, chotiya, nun, alif, na, any of those, then this lam, harf of jar, will not have a kasra, rather you will see a fatha on it. This has nothing to do with grammar. This is just the structure. That's how it will be. And oftentimes the meaning will be easier if you translate it with the word have, the lam. So lahu, he has. Inshallah, we will remember this. Harf of jar lam can either be with a kasra, it can be with a fatha. Normally will be with a kasra, will be with a fatha if attached pronoun is the ism majroor. The next harf of jar is waw. You will always see it with a fatha. Wal fajri, wash shamsi, inshallah, and we can use it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses it to swear by his creations. The next harf of jar is min. So the normal, if you just look at the harf of jar, you will see a sukoon on the noon, min. What is going to happen is, if the ism majroor, what is ism majroor? It is the noun after the harf of jar. If the ism majroor has lam at-ta'arif, what is lam at-ta'arif? Al, the article the. What will happen is, the harf of jar is min, so noon has sukoon. The word al-ardi has lam at-ta'arif, al. Hamza is hamzatul wasl. Then the lam has a sukoon on it, al. Noon has a sukoon. Hamzatul wasl has to be dropped because whenever I'm connecting a word that has hamzatul wasl with something before it, I drop the hamzatul wasl. So noon has sukoon, hamzatul wasl, cross it out, lam has a sukoon. In Arabic, iltiqa as-sakinain, meeting of two sukoons, is not allowed. what will happen is the first sukoon will have to undergo some surgery and a haraka will be assigned to it. This is done, otherwise you can't read it. So minal, you can't. You have to move the noon to be able to connect it to the al-ard. So what they do is they put a fatha. The harf of jar is min with a sukoon on the noon. But if it is followed by an ism majroor that has lam at-ta'rif al, you will see a fatha on the noon. This is only for phonetic reasons. This has nothing to do with grammar. This is only so we are able to pronounce it, to connect the words. So you will say minal ardi. Inshallah, next time you see a mina, don't worry and think that this is something else. It's not the harf of jar min. It is the harf of jar. We added the fatha only so we could connect it to the next word. The next one is fi. Fi is means in. Nothing to talk about here. The next one is an. Now here also you will see that noon has a sukoon, and noon has a sukoon we see, and after that if you have a word that has lam at-ta'rif, again you will undergo the same problem, iltiqa as-sakinain, which is not allowed. So what will happen here is that we will put a kasra on the noon. In min we put a fatha on the noon, in an we put a kasra on the noon. So it will be anil masjidi. Anil masjidi. Noon had a sukoon, lam at-ta'rif, lam had a sukoon. Iltiqa as-sakinain not allowed, so you put a kasra on the noon, anil masjidi, so we can pronounce it. So that's something we have to remember, inshallah. If we see a kasra on the noon, don't worry about it. The next one is ala. Ala is fine, nothing about it. However, if to this harf of jar ala we want to attach an attached pronoun like hu, huma, hum, ka, kuma, kum, any of those, what will you see? So if it's a regular word, you saw alal walidi, no problem. But if I had to add a attached pronoun, then this is how it will look. The alif maqsura, it opened up to a ya, alayhi. So it was ala, and after that we added the pronoun hu. It opened up and it will look like this, alayhi. It's still our harf of jar ala, and the ism majroor is the pronoun hu. But because hu is attached to ala, it opened up and became a ya. The alif maqsura is now showing us a full ya, alayhi. Also you are noticing that the hu pronoun has now a kasra, he. This we studied when we were doing pronouns. The third person pronouns of the kahin group, hu, huma, hum, and hunna, they will take a kasra for phonetic reason if the word they are attached to ends in a ya, or the last letter of that word has a kasra. For either of those two reasons, the ha pronouns will have a he. So it will become he, hima, him, hinna. That's how you will see it. So alai has a ya, that's why the hu became he. So inshallah, even though it may seem a lot, but these things will make sense, inshallah. Alayhi is actually ala, and ism majroor is the pronoun hu, upon him or upon it. Hatta, nothing to talk about here, it's just regular. Just the same thing as we did in ala, you see the same thing here in ila. Ila Makkah, no problem, it will look like it should, towards Makkah. But if my ism majroor is not a regular noun, rather it is an attached pronoun of the kahin group, again the alif maqsura of ila, it opened up to become a ya. Ilayha, now you're seeing the ya, it's not hidden anymore. Ilayha, alayha, ilayha, ala, ila, both of them. When an attached pronoun attaches to them, hu, huma, hum, any of those 14, you will see a ya. Ilayha, alayha. And then the last thing we want to see here is when the attached pronoun, the damair muttasila, kahin group, whenever they attach to a noun, So here I'm seeing kitabuhu, qalamuka, qalamuki, banatuha. In all of these, so the pronouns are hu, ki, ha. If I look at the word that it is attached to, kitab, it's a noun. Qalam, it's a noun. Banat, it's a noun. Whenever the dhamir is attached to a noun, this dhamir is playing the role of mudaf ilay. And mudaf ilay, I know, is always in jar status. So this dhamir is in jar status. Kitabuhu, hu is mudaf ilay, jar status. Qalamuki, ki is mudaf ilay, jar status. Banatuha, ha is mudaf ilay, jar status. Similarly, whenever my kahin pronoun is attached to a harf of jar, that's the lesson we were just doing, harf of jar. So I look at the pronoun. Ka is a pronoun, ha is a pronoun, homa is a pronoun, ha is a pronoun, na is a pronoun. Whenever I look behind it and I see the word is attached to is a harf of jar, ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw, min, fi, an, ala, hatta, ila, then my pronoun in that case is playing the role of ism majroor. Because what comes after a harf of jar? Always ism majroor. What is the status? It is in jar status.